What's going on, my Trainer Club? Today we're going to check out week 2 in Pokemon Go Halloween event to make sure you guys are ready and prepped to get all the top tips so you guys can max out. So welcome to the Trainer Club. Here we go. Welcome back, everybody. Let me know in the comments below, are you guys excited about the second week in Pokemon Go's Halloween event? How are you doing on week number 1? Have you gotten yourselves any shinies, and where are you sitting? So I am excited for week number 2. This is going to be a mighty fun time. I'm very excited about Halloween week 2. So this is gonna go all the way from the 22nd, which is Friday, all the way until the 31st at 8 p.m. So on Halloween, on the 31st, which is also a Sunday, is going to be when the event finishes. And just remember, as the bonuses are going to remain the same, we have 2 times catch candy, 2 times hatch candy, 2 times transfer candy. So transfer all your Pokemon. It's pretty much the best transfer ratio that we ever get, and usually that's on a 1-hour spotlight window, so please make sure to go through your bag and slash it through. And then also we have the guaranteed XL candies every time you walk. And I just want to put an asterisk in here, if you guys didn't check out my XL walk video, that when you do get your buddy excited, it is going to be half the distance for walking. So that is something that you can play into the effect. So in that video, I talked about having 10 kilometers on a legendary. That was because my legendary was excited. So you could either choose to use Poffins, or you could choose to potentially not use Poffins and get it excited naturally, which if you do want to see how to get your buddy excited naturally, do that up here. But for me, anything for a 3 kilometer and a 5 kilometer is looking really nice, especially when it gets excited. If you're not getting your buddy excited and you're not using the Poffin, stay to the 3. But if you are, or you want to walk a little bit harder, 5 is going to be a great way for you guys to max out there. So with all that said, let's get into everything. There's a little bit of spawn changes. It's a little bit more focused on the ghost in this second round week. And then we will get into everything that's coming about and the changes, which is going to include 2 new Pokemon making their Pokemon Go debut, which they have 2 evolutions. So we are going to have a grand total of 4 new Pokemon hitting the Pokédex. So with all that said, now let's get into top tips, starting off with tip number 1. Tip number 1 is going to be focusing on the spawns. What's going to stay the same, what's going to change, and are any of those changes going to be worth it? So in the wild, we do have Pikachu, we have Ghastly, we have Haunter. I haven't seen any Haunters out there as of yet, but it looks like they're going to be making their way in. Remember that Ghastly does go all the way into Gengar. Gengar goes into the Mega, so that's definitely something to check out. And then if you guys haven't maxed some Pokemon to level 50, Pikachu is always in all these events. It's a great Pokemon to be able to get XL candy of and be able to max it. Maybe not the most effective thing to max, but if you're not rating hard and you want something that's easy to come by, Pikachu is always a sure bet. So many people that were grinding that level 50 right up front, we're definitely maxing out Pikachus. And then we have Miss Drevis, Shuppet, as well as the Piplup with the hat on, and all of those have shinies. And then we have Purloin, Yamask, that does have a shiny out there. Remember, we do have a great one for PvP here from Yamask, which we will talk about here in a second. And then Litwick's gonna be making its way into Pokemon Go as well. For these spawns, there is no shiny on that one. And then we have the 2 new Pokemon, where they're gonna be Phantump and Pumpkaboo. So those Pokemon are actually pretty good, surprisingly. They're gonna be grass and ghost type combinations, which we will check out right here, because we're gonna start going into, are any of these Pokemon going to be Mega or Attacker relevant? So Chandelure is definitely one of those Pokemon from Litwick. It's a great one, as many as you see. Please pineapple all those, get as much candy as possible. It is a rare spawn in general. Save it, trade it over 100 kilometers. It's in the top ghost attackers for non-shadow, non-megas. And just remember, for the Phantump and Pumpkaboo, pineapple and catch as many of these as possible, because they're going to be rare externally of this event, because they are ghost type Pokemon. Ghosts don't spawn very often, a little bit at night, but you want to get as much candy as possible. And being that you have double candy, it's the best time always to max out on these Pokemon for sure. And in the end goal, try to get 296 XL candy. And then we have Gengar. Gengar is another one that's going to be Mega Gengar that is very, very powerful. The strongest ghost type Pokemon in the game when it's in its Mega form. So that's definitely something you want to save up on and at least get 296 XL candies for 1 maxed out Mega Gengar. And then going on to the Go Battle League, we'll start off with the Gengar here. So don't forget that Gengar is going to be ranked 40. Right? It's going to be ranked 40 in the Ultra League with the moveset of Shadow Claw, Shadow Ball, and Shadow Punch, which is the Comday move. So that one would need an Elite TM in the charge form to be able to get that moveset. Or you can save it until December, and more than likely you'll be able to evolve to get that move. So it's a great time. That's only 2 months away to save for. 0, 15, 14 is the 100% IV on that Pokemon. Max out to level 34 and a half for the Ultra League. And then like I promised you guys, Gourgeist is going to be ranked really good in the Great and the Ultra League. So it is a great Pokemon to stock up on as much candy as possible and try to 5 the 100% IVs, which are ranked 24 in the Great League. Shadow Claw, Shadow Ball, and Psychic. 100% IVs at a 0, 11, 14. And then in the Ultra League, it's going to be ranked 20, but this one's going to be all the way at level 50. So you're going to need the 296 XL candies to max it out at 10, 15, 15 for the 100% IVs. So with that said, the new Pokemon, we have Trevenant, which is actually a boss Pokemon. It's actually going to be ranked 2 in the Great League and 2 in the Ultra League, both with the exact same movesets of Shadow Claw, Shadow Ball, and Seed Bomb, because it's going to be a grass and a ghost type combination, which is going to get double stab right there. 0, 15, 15 in the Great League and a 1, 15, 15 in the Ultra League. And as far as its weakness goes, it's going to be Ice, Ghost, Flying, Fire, and Dark combination, and then it's going to have a little bit more in the resistances, so it's actually looking like a pretty solid Pokemon out there, including a double resistant to fighting and a double resistant to normal, which could, when used properly, really do well. And that grass move in there as well is always going to be effective when there's different types of water Pokemon, especially a water and a ground type Pokemon as well. And then next we have Gourgeist, and since the new mechanic is just being introduced, that as the size of the Pokemon gets bigger, it is going to be a different size Pokemon. There's going to be different rankings for each of these Gourgeists as well, which is quite crazy. But in the Super, the biggest one that you can get, it's going to be ranked 62 in the Great League with Hex, Seed Bomb, and Shadow Ball. Obviously, probably Trevenant is going to be a little bit more prominent than this one, being that it's going to be a rank 2, but we'll still cover this. And rank 61 in the Ultra League, 1, 15, 14 in the Great League, and 0, 14, 14 in the Ultra League at level 42.5. And then don't forget to keep stock up on XL candy for Drifblim, because in the Ultra League, it is going to be a 1, 15, 15, 100% IV at level 50. Unfortunately, raids and research tasks aren't going to produce that number, but it's good to stock up whenever you have the chance. And then the Piplup as well, great time to get that Empoleon XL candy as well. So with all that said, that's going to be the spawns. Now let's get into tip number 2. Tip number 2 is going to be the next level of the research for Hoopa. So let's check that out real quick. We have earn 3 candies walking your buddy for 10 Yamask candy, catch 30 ghost type Pokemon for 10 Phantump candy, catch 30 dark type Pokemon for 10 Pumpkaboo candy. Then we have a Pikachu encounter in a Pikachu costume from last year. And then we have 15 Ultra Balls and 40 Mega Gengar Energy. And then in 12 of 16, we have 720 Stardust and 720 XP. So nothing too crazy there as far as that goes, but make sure to complete it, because at the end of the season, it's said that we're going to be able to encounter more stuff about Hoopa. Who knows what that's going to be, but you definitely want to keep going. So with all that said, now let's get into tip number 3. Tip number 3 is going to focus on raids and eggs. So we have 7-kilometer eggs that are slightly making an adjustment, which are going to include Spinarak, Misdreavus, and Shuppet, Galarian Yamask, Litwick, as well as Golett and Phantump. So that is going to be the 7-kilometer egg pool. Do I think it's really that worth it? Honestly, not that much. The Galarian Yamask, although it does look cool, as Runerigus, it really doesn't serve well in any of the leagues, so it's really not all that worth it. And then on to the next thing, we do have the raids switching up just a tad in week number 2. In tier number 1, we have Murkrow with the shiny, Yamask with the shiny, Galarian Yamask no shiny. We do have Phantump in there as well as Pumpkaboo. So if you guys are interested in trying to get good quality IVs of those, you can check that out. In tier number 3, we do have a Alolan Marowak, we do have Bayonet, we still have the shiny that everybody's probably after if you haven't already got it, which is going to be the Drifblim shiny. And then we have Lampent, and then don't forget we also have a great tier 5, which is going to be Darkrai, as well as the new Mega Absol. If you do want either of the counter guides, please check them out up here. So as far as those raids go, honestly speaking, tier 1 and tier 3, not really my favorites. Obviously, if you are a shiny hunter, you're probably going to get after the Drifblim if you haven't got it, but it also should. I mean, like from Pokemon Go's website, it looks like it's changed, but from a different source, it looks like it's staying the same. Drifblim, supposed to not be in the research, but it looks like it's being reported that it's in the research, which we will check out in tip number 4. Tip number 4 is going to be the reported field research as of right now. So I'm not going to say that this is going to be for sure what it sits at, but as of right now being reported, and obviously I'm not going to wait up until 4 a.m. to film this video. It's already relatively late here anyway in Spain. We are going to give you what is being reported right now. Drifblim is in there. Remember, Drifblim, if it stays in there, is a second evolution Pokemon, meaning that you do want to hit it with a golden raspberry, and then you do want to run away from it if it is not shiny and let it sit in your bag, because that's going to give you more Stardust on triple Stardust catch for Calm Days. Catch 5 Ghost type Pokemon is either going to be a Pikachu or a Piplup encounter with the new costume. It looks like it's being reported that the Catch 15 Ghost types is still remaining the same as the Drifblim. I sure hope that is the case for everybody out there hunting it. Catch 25 Ghost types is going to be the Galarian Yamask. Make 3 curveball throws or spin 3 Pokestops or gym discs is going to be the spinarak. And as of right now, it looks like spinarak is coming out of the wild and is only going to be in the field research. So for anybody that didn't get it, it looks like it's being replaced by what I'm going to throw up about is going to be a Duskull. I believe that's what's happening. So I hope that's not the case, but as of right now, that looks like what is happening. Or potentially Duskull might be replacing the Drifblim. I don't know for sure, and I sure hope that's not what happens, because I don't think anybody wants another shiny Duskull, at least for a long time. So as of right now, like I said, this is what's being reported. If it does change and it's significant, I will pin it in the comments. It looks like use 5 raspberries to help catch Pokemon is an Oshawott encounter. And transfer 5 Pokemon is going to be a Shuppet or a Duskull. So the Duskull is actually in there. So I'm hoping that it does not change and it stays and remains the same. And if that's so, we still have more Drifblim encounters to get after. That's going to be the one task that I recommend that you guys get. And then obviously the 3 curveballs and the spins is great for anybody hunting that spinarak shiny. So good luck everybody out there. That's a great shiny, and it turns into an amazing shiny Gyarados on top of that. So with all that said, let's get to tip number 5. Tip number 5 is going to be a real quick reminder for you guys. And that is going to be, make sure to pine up every single thing you possibly can. Raid for Darkrai, it's a great dark type attacker. Have some fun with Mega Absol. And then we have the raid weekend, which is going to be the last weekend, 30th and 31st in the month of October. Do not forget about that. I will be in Philadelphia, so we'll probably be doing some type of meetup, probably downtown. After I do go to the Safari Zones, I'll be at them all days, and then we're going from there. So with all that said, guys, have fun out there. It's Halloween. Pine up and get as much candy as possible. Clean out your bag and transfer everything. So, thank you guys for tuning in. Likers, commenters, subscribers, Patreon members. Everybody takes their support, scripts, and anticipation to the next level. I'm gonna see you guys out in the next video. Peace. I want to take this time to thank everybody who supports me in every facet. It means the world to me, and an extra special thank you to all my Patreons. I greatly appreciate the extra support to continue to allow me to pursue Pokemon Go full time, allowing me to create my daily video uploads in the most timely fashion for everyone's benefit. Plus, I get the amazing experience of sharing my creative processes behind the scenes and raiding all around the globe with select upper tiers. Thank you everybody for being a part of the Trainer Club. You all mean the absolute world to me, and I will see you guys out on the next video.